Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, the Chicago Sky got destroyed by the stud buds. Everybody watches the stud buds. Shout out to Courtney Williams and Tisha Heiderman, man. Listen, stud buds stood on business today. Napheesa Collier stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky.
Angel Reese just had her worst game, and the Chicago Sky somehow looked more competitive. She had 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 turnovers, nearly a triple-double of the wrong kind. The team committed 23 turnovers total. But here's the kicker. The Sky looked better with Reese on the bench. The numbers aren't backing her up as the franchise player.
Tisha Heidemann continues her play that she has done so good. This Rebecca Allen gets it in to Reese. Oh, she walked. Angel Reese. That Reese Collier matchup has been a good one so far tonight. The double team comes and Reese passes it into the backcourt. Heidemann catches up to it and right into the hand.
The 91-68 score doesn't capture it all. Minnesota methodically tore apart Chicago's game plan from the start. The Lynx controlled every possession and dismantled the Sky quarter by quarter until it looked like two different sports.
It was a nightmare performance. 9 turnovers to 3 assists. And like some of these were like calamitous turnovers. Like I don't know what she's trying to, obviously, I don't know where she's trying to release the ball from there. Like she shoots shot from her hip right then. I don't know what she's trying to do here. I really don't know what she's trying to do. She takes, I don't even know. I don't even know what she's trying to do on this turnover.
Great teams don't ease up. They finish the job. The Lynx played like they had a vendetta, staying aggressive all 40 minutes. While others might coast with a lead, Minnesota kept pressing, making Chicago look helpless offensively.
Napheesa Collier stirred the pot. She was cooking her. 8 of 16 from the field, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, shot 50% from the floor. Kayla McBride, 8 of 14, 3 of 7 from 3. I mean, everybody's a plus. Plus 29, plus 21, plus 23, plus 27, plus 21. Everybody's a 20 plus for the Minnesota Lynx.
Chicago shot just 39.3% from the field, proof of how smothering Minnesota's defense was. Every possession was a struggle, with forced shots and hesitant passes. Shooting under 40% in the pros signals a broken offensive system.
The Sky really suck. Like the Sky are now 2 games behind the LA Sparks.
The Lynx are now 21-4, adding another dominant win in a potentially historic season. They're not just winning, they're crushing teams at home. Meanwhile, the Sky dropped to 7-16, now 4 games out of the final playoff spot. With time running out, their postseason hopes are nearly gone.
Angel Reese, 451, let's get it! Bang!
Angel's Island, like Epstein's Island. Apparently no one's there.
How about it? Bang!
Another day, another dollar to make me holler for some more
Rebound!
Come on, give me that!
Bang!
The Sky didn't just get outplayed. They looked outclassed, like they didn't belong on the same court. Minnesota forced a season-high 23 turnovers, making their defense look historic. That's not just bad execution, it's a sign of serious issues with ball security and basketball IQ throughout Chicago's roster.
Especially with this girl turning the ball over 8 and 9 times a game. Last game before the game before she sat out before All-Star break, she had like 7 turnovers, and y'all act like it didn't matter. It's so funny. Y'all are turnover police and turnover merchants when it comes to everybody else. Well, technically not everybody else, just Caitlin Clark, who averages like 9-10 assists a game. Y'all are turnover merchants when it comes to her, but y'all act like y'all don't see this girl turning the ball over 9 and 10 times a game, and she cannot handle the ball. She's not a point forward. Y'all gotta cut it out. Just cut it out, man.
This wasn't just a loss for Chicago. This was a complete exposure of their fundamental flaws as a team that relies too heavily on individual performances instead of cohesive team basketball. Speaking of individual performances, one player's stat line perfectly captured everything wrong with the Sky's approach.
Angel Reese did, however, continue her double-double streak, 11 points, 11 rebounds. So she continues her double-doubles, McDoubles, you know what I'm saying?
Angel Reese had 11 points and 11 rebounds, but still looked like the worst player on the floor at times. Her 9 career-high turnovers erased any positives. When your franchise player gives the ball away that much, it's not just bad, it's sabotaging your team's chances.
Angel Reese had 9 turnovers. Yo, listen, y'all gotta stop with this point forward foolishness, man. Let's take a look, man. Hold on, man. Y'all be wildin'. Y'all be wildin', son. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, yo. Y'all gotta stop. You.
Reese's double-doubles built her reputation, but this game exposed how hollow they can be when paired with major mistakes. She repeatedly gave the ball away, turning routine passes into gifts for Minnesota. Every time Chicago gained momentum, another Reese turnover shut it down.
All right, y'all have to accept the fact this girl is not Alyssa Thomas. Can y'all just stop playing games now? Can y'all just stop playing games now? This girl is not Alyssa Thomas. Y'all, Foulon, y'all been turnover police. She had another 9 turnovers today. 9 turnovers to 3 assists. A minus 19. 9 turnovers to 3 assists. And y'all keep trying to act like this girl's a point forward. Y'all got to stop playing games, man. Stop playing games, bro.
Reese's 9 turnovers weren't flukes. They were fundamental breakdowns. She threw no-look passes to Lynx players, traveled in the post, and made wild passes out of bounds. Even under light pressure near half court, she kept losing the ball. Basic skills simply failed her.
Come on, man. Traveling, just traveling, just doing all types of stuff. Like, what? Yo, the Sky is bad.
This game exposed Reese's flaws as a point forward, a role needing ball handling, vision, and smart decisions. She had 3 assists and 9 turnovers, a ratio that would shame even a high school player. Though she's tied with Elena Del Don at 42. Career double-doubles in fewer games, that stat hides major weaknesses. Critics now question whether her numbers actually help her team win, and this game gave them plenty of proof.
Bro, y'all have to stop playing games. She's not a point forward, bro. Stop playing games. Look, where are you? First of all, you're making a post entry from the logo, from the half court marker. Where are you going with the ball? Where are you going with the ball? Why would you try to make a post entry from right there, man?
Reese picked up her 7th technical foul of the season, now leading the league and sitting 1 away from suspension. Stemmed from a minor verbal exchange, highlighting her lack of composure when her team needed steady leadership most.
Can somebody explain to me why Angel Reese keeps driving at Klindakova? Like, Klindakova has literally blocked Angel Reese 6 times this season. By herself. Like, she got free throws on this. I don't know how. And then, she immediately tries to start a fight with somebody. And gets teed up. And is like, 1 off a suspension. She gets swatted. Hits the deck. Like, there's absolutely no foul in that. She gets a good whistle. Jumps up. And then goes at somebody on the other team. Who's she go at? She goes at Diamond Miller, her former Maryland teammate. And like, Angel's 1 tech off a suspension as well.
This game showed the gap between stat padding and winning basketball. While Reese hunted rebounds and racked up turnovers, Napheesa Collier and Kayla McBride each scored 19 points by playing within the offense. Their smart cuts, open threes, and efficient post-ups came without forcing shots or dominating the ball. Just clean, team-first basketball.
Now, am I surprised that they blew them out? No. Minnesota Lynx is probably the 2nd best team in the league. after the New York Liberty, in my opinion. And the Chicago Sky are the gum on the bottom of the shoe of the league. So we knew this would happen, but we are not seeing the continued growth from the Chicago Sky players. I mean, Camila Cardosa, 4 of 12. She had 10 and 10, but you expecting her to play, 4 of 12, you expected more than that. Angel Reese was 4 of 8, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 turnovers. She was a minus 19.
Courtney Williams added 10 points and 7 assists, showing how the Lynx thrive through balanced team play. She kept the offense flowing, creating chances while scoring when needed. With threats at every position, Chicago couldn't lock in on one player. Minnesota's team-first approach overwhelmed the Sky's defense, proving once again that team basketball beats individual talent every time.
The Indiana Fever faced off against the Chicago Sky in a blowout victory.
And going in on the Chicago Sky.
They're not going to be pushed around anymore. Even in the midst of all the talk yesterday, you have a Sophie Cunningham, you have a Natasha Howard, and you have a DeWanna Bonner. There's a level of credibility. There's a level of toughness.
Caitlin Clark, in the post-game interview, she made it a point to say, this is not please don't blow this out of proportion.
The entire WNBA seemed to freeze in time this weekend. The Indiana Fever had just secured a defining victory, but the real fireworks came when DeWanna Bonner grabbed the figurative mic and set social media ablaze, putting Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky firmly in their place.
She currently funked herself with Charlotte Webb after she shared a post last night of pretty much somebody congratulating her and going in on the Chicago Sky.
Right in the heart of the storm, Angel Reese was catching strays and sharp glances, while Caitlin Clark soaked it all in with that trademark cool. Bonner wasn't holding back. She brought the sass, stirred the tea, and spilled it across the court with the kind of razor-sharp precision only a seasoned vet with receipts could pull off.
Angel Reese, part 32. Let's get it. This ain't LeBron. This is butter pecan. Burn!
They want to put her at point forward this season. They want her making plays because she a playmaker.
Burn! That Angel Reese hit a buzzer beater. You gotta check this out. 3, 2, 1. Burn!
Who cares? They lost by 35 points. At least she got her 17 rebounds.
Hey, Ma, you got a receipt for this Barbie? I think this one's broken. Send it back.
What began as a standard post-game presser quickly spiraled into a full-blown roast session. And no, the Fever's win wasn't the grand finale, it was just the trailer. The real main event? Bonner calling out Reese and the Sky live and unfiltered. This wasn't just basketball, it was reality TV with a shot clock. And trust, the reruns are going to slap differently.
They make it a hate thing. They make it a hate train. It's like, no, I'm telling you, if I was the coach or the owner, we forfeit in every game. Either we forfeit and Angel will not be in attendance.
Angel Reese fans is calling race, they're sparking a race war on Twitter right now, and it's starting to get national attention. They're attacking white fans, black fans.
From the opening whistle, the energy in the arena was electric. The air crackled with anticipation, and the Fever stormed out like they were done listening to the doubters. Fast, fierce, and flawlessly precise.
For good position.
Clark pulls deep one left wing.
Caitlin Clark is her. Natasha Howard able to lay it in. To Boston, her jumper is good.
I think we have a group that's much like the Pacers. We've got a lot of great balance.
Still on the bounce. 3 seconds to go in the half. Caitlin, left wing, off balance, 3.
Got it! Caitlin connects ahead of the halftime buzzer. She is 1 of 1.
Every touch of the ball sent a message. And Caitlin Clark? She didn't just run the offense, she orchestrated a masterpiece. But the real plot twist? Indiana didn't just keep pace with the Sky, they controlled the narrative from start to finish. And DeWanna Bonner? She played like this game had been circled, starred, and marked with revenge in bold, all caps.
DeWanna Bonner, man, Indiana Fever became the 3rd all-time WNBA leading scorer in history.
Caitlin Clark looks like she's going to be the MVP of the league. Angel Reese made a fool out of herself, and we won by 100, and I won. So we're back in the good mode, back in the winning. Yesterday was tough with the Celtics, but we're back, baby, and it all starts with who? CC, 22, Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese came in with her signature swagger, big talk, bold moves, but this time, she ran into a different kind of heat. No noise, no theatrics, just ruthless, ice-cold execution. Indiana shut her down like a rumor past its prime. Yeah, she got her double-double, but it felt more like filler than headline. This night belonged to the Fever, and you could feel the power shift in real time. Bonner and Clark didn't just clock in, they took over. And with every step, they sent a clear message to Angel in the Sky. This isn't your house.
She had as much passion for basketball as she did for her hate for Caitlin Clark. And her get up, scream in her face. You know, you should be thanking her, because you would have missed another wide open layup. They say, but don't lie. Oh, she gonna cry. Wah, wah. 35% from the field.
Trash!
She had 5 turnovers.
Trash!
There are living human beings that breathe, that enjoy this kind of basketball. To the psych ward you go!
Burn!
It's like driving by a car wreck. I can't help myself. I can't stop watching!
As the game went on, the spotlight didn't stay on Reese because she was dominating. It stayed because she was unraveling. That trademark confidence? It started to splinter. Every awkward drive, every missed chance chipped away at the shine. The fans saw it, her teammates felt it, and Bonner? She didn't just see the cracks, she thrived on them. She turned everyone into fuel.
Much like Donnie Carr, Angel Reese relies on the dramatics to generate attention, because just like Donnie, she can't maintain attention based on skill. And the attention-seeking behavior, it started immediately yesterday as Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado decided that they were going to disrespect the country by refusing to come out for the national anthem. She immediately loses her temper. She could not believe Caitlin Clark stole her moment. Angel Reese gets off the ground very slowly, because everyone seems to be moving in slow motion in the WNBA.
The Angel Reese fan base is full of toxicity right now because they is extremely embarrassed that Angel Reese came to Indiana and laid a goose egg.
It stopped feeling like a game and started reading like a message board. The moment? Bonner ripping the ball from Reese like a pickpocket in Times Square. She glided in for the layup. No grin, no fist pump, just a stare that sliced through Reese like glass. Cold, clinical, legendary. Then came the post-game post, effortlessly flaunting her performance while lacing in a bit of digital shade for Reese and the crew. The timeline didn't just light up, it exploded.
Bonner, who knocks it away. Cookies, TV, open court, right side, and she lays it in.
Reese was left gathering the emotional fragments, no longer in control of the storyline. The spotlight had shifted, off her box score and squarely onto Bonner's message. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement carved in bold. A veteran didn't just show up. She took the stage and marked her territory in permanent ink.
One more free throw for Bonner. It's in the air, and it's good. Joanna Bonner now third in WNBA history in scoring. 7,489 points and counting. And here's the ovation for Bonner.
Reese strutted into the arena like she was writing the script. But from the jump, it was clear. This was a pressure cooker. Every touch brought bodies. Every dribble triggered traps. The Indiana crowd, ruthless. Bonner, even worse. There was no space, no flow, just unrelenting personal feud-level intensity. It felt like the Fever had one mission, erase her from her own highlight reel. Bonner didn't just defend, she composed the entire shutdown. And Clark? She was the calm conductor, dialing up plays while the Sky looked like they were stuck in a time warp. What read like a matchup on paper turned into a live clinic in dominance. Reese fought back, snatching boards, chasing loose balls, clawing for momentum like a contestant on a rigged game show. But something was off, and everyone felt it.
Well, it looks like Angel Reese. Well, it looks like she's just been caught in what could certainly be taken as in a lie. All right, all these things that she says she has dealt with over the last year, all these encounters of racism.
Picture this. Angel Reese sits down for another grim post-game Q&A after getting thumped by the New York Liberty. Cameras flash, reporters hover, then bam. She drops a comment her PR team probably wanted to intercept mid-air, tearing right through the polished narrative we've been fed about Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fandom.
Angel Reese, the most coddled, babied professional athlete in all of sports, continues to be the most babied and coddled professional athlete in all of sports, continues to have her peers say, "You go, girl. You be unapologetically yourself. Don't worry how rude, how arrogant, and how disrespectful you are. Don't worry about all the lies that you perpetrate. Don't worry about that."
The WNBA wrapped up its investigation and, surprise, found zero proof of any racist comments at the Fever game. Case closed, right? Not so fast. Because what Angel Reese just blurted out on live TV might be the actual plot twist here. The real mystery? What exactly did she spill when she thought the mic wasn't catching her tea?
Remember the guy that I guess, was out there waiting for him supposedly, and when the team was coming out, and of course we saw footage of that, and there was nothing malicious to it whatsoever that anybody could see. And then of course the Indiana Fever fans were yelling racist things or making racist noises out around the court. WNBA did an investigation, found nothing.
The WNBA spent weeks investigating claims of racist comments at the Fever versus Sky game, but their conclusion shocked no one, except maybe Angel Reese and her most loyal fans. When the league launched the investigation, they went full CSI, courtside. Fans near the alleged drama were interviewed, staff from both teams grilled, and arena workers questioned like it was a crime thriller. They even combed through security footage frame by frame, angle by angle.
It is embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And the fact is that originally it's, oh yeah, you know, we're looking towards everything. Then they had to double down. They actually redacted this statement. They redacted a statement. They redacted the statement saying we're looking at everything, saying, no, we're actually not looking at most of the stuff. We're looking at a lie spread on social media that went viral. We are looking into a literal lie spread on social media that got spoken into fact. We're looking at a lie.
So after all that digging, what did the WNBA find? Drumroll, nothing. No evidence of racist behavior from Fever fans. Investigators combed video, scoured audio, talked to eyewitnesses, and came up empty. But here's the twist. Sky coach Tyler Marsh revealed his team didn't even hear about the alleged incidents until they saw it blowing up on social media after the game. Let that sink in. The head coach had no clue until Twitter told him.
Yeah, I think we agree. I think we're in compliance with them, with the league, and obviously there's no room or space in our game for hate. So we're complying with everything that's going on.
Coach, when did you become aware that there was hate speech that happened?
I think when everyone else did. I think that it's something that we heard about, and so again, we're just forthcoming with anything that the league is able to do investigation-wise.
And get this, not a single player from either team heard a thing during the game. No coaches flagged it, and refs didn't report any crowd-related issues. The controversy? Sparked entirely by social media posts, with about as much evidence as a UFO sighting in a potato field. No video, No audio, just dramatic claims that it happened. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky looked blindsided. Their players showed no distress during the game, no meltdowns, no sideline complaints. Then, hours later, boom, Twitter and Instagram lit up with claims that somehow escaped everyone actually at the game.
I didn't think these things would be a topic this year. It's certainly not at this point, but here we go again.
Because now Indiana Fever players, all right, are getting called into question. Indiana Fever fans are getting called into question today. We got one post on here where somebody's literally calling, they're talking about there should be a boycott. That's what it really is, of the All-Star game over player safety.
Here's the play-by-play. Someone claimed on social media they heard racist comments at the game. A few clicks later, it spread like wildfire. No fact-checking, no receipts, just vibes. Suddenly, major sports outlets were breathlessly covering alleged incidents that, spoiler alert, apparently never happened. No one in the arena heard a thing, security footage showed nothing, and players and coaches were totally unaware until social media chimed in with, "Hey, be outraged now." The WNBA's official statement said the reports were not substantiated, which is polite speak for, yeah, this didn't happen. But what the league did find? That was just the opening act for the drama still to come.
The league is also taking a big L because there's no apologies to any fans whatsoever on this totally BS statement released by the WNBA. Yeah, you found nothing. That's great. That's accurate. Guess who told you you would find nothing? The entire Indiana Fever fan base said you weren't going to find anything. But this league that has never turned a profit decided to accuse their own fans.
During what seemed like a routine media appearance, Angel Reese casually tossed a grenade into the narrative we'd been hearing. She looked relaxed, maybe too relaxed, like she was chatting with friends, not facing a room full of reporters. But then, the vibe shifted. A question about the recent heat she's faced made her sit up. Her tone changed, the polish faded, and out came a raw, unfiltered response. One that didn't exactly line up with her earlier claims about being targeted by Fever fans.
Three-time BET Sports Woman of the Year, Angel Reese, says she doesn't pay attention to what folks say about her online because no one has ever said a negative word about her in person. Uh-oh. So what have you been talking about for the last 17 or 18 months? Uh-oh. I hope she realizes she just admitted this and did so on camera with audio. Nobody's ever going to let her let this down now.
What came out of her mouth next? A plot twist that torched weeks of narrative building like a rom-com blowing up in Act 3. Reese basically hinted the whole thing, yep, that thing, never actually happened. She even dropped a casual, "I've never had a bad interaction with a fan," like she was reading from the opposite day script. Then she pivoted to the dangers of internet drama, saying how things get twisted and people jump to conclusions without a parachute of facts. The way she said it, it sure sounded like a quiet admission that the controversy wasn't nearly as serious as everyone thought.
Yeah, obviously don't worry about what's going on online. I get so much love in person. I haven't ever had a negative encounter in person ever. And I've been going through this for 3 years. I've never had an encounter in person that was negative. So people online are behind a keyboard for a reason. And I don't worry about that stuff. I trust my work. My teammates trust me. And I was telling Milla today, like, she felt like she was having a rough day. And I was like, how many times have I had a rough day? And you picked me up. So don't get down on yourself. I know my teammates have my back, my coaches have my back, and that's all that really matters. I don't have to prove anything to anybody but myself and my teammates.
This confession drop-kicked everything we'd been spoon-fed for weeks. The saga had been that Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky were trapped in a thunderdome of racism, tormented by Indiana Fever fans like it was a twisted, sports-themed Game of Thrones episode. Headlines screamed, "Protect the players," as if the WNBA needed to call in the Avengers, Reese was cast as the damsel in distress, needing rescue by the league and a squad of ride-or-die teammates. But now, reporters glanced around like characters in a heist movie, realizing they were double-crossed. You could feel them thinking, wait, did we just witness history or the plot twist of the decade?
Man, this just went down. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese going at it. More so, Angel Reese going at Caitlin Clark.
Man, this just happened. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese clashed, mostly Angel Reese targeting Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese believed she could intimidate Caitlin Clark with a confrontation after that third quarter foul. Instead, she unleashed a triple-double beast who went on to dismantle her entire team on national TV.
My goodness gracious. Destroyed the sky in front of a sold-out 17,000+. Fouled Angel Reese. Angel Reese loses her mind, tries to fight Caitlin Clark. It's glorious. The season is back. It is on. A triple-double in the first game back.
When the dust settled at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the scoreboard showed 93-58 in favor of the Fever. Reese faced a 35-point blowout, while Clark had just made WNBA history once more in the season opener. Talk about instant regret and a plan that spectacularly backfired. The moment that shifted everything began with what seemed like a routine basketball play in the third quarter. The Fever were already leading by double digits, and everything was falling into place for Indiana when Angel Reese grabbed an offensive rebound near the basket after a clear push on Natasha Howard to gain position.
If you guys didn't see, right before that play, Angel Reese had some contact with Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark saw that contact. She turns to the refs and she's like gesturing to them. And this is all happening very, very quick, you guys. She turns to the refs, she's gesturing to them because she believed that Angel Reese fouled Natasha Howard. Now from that, Angel Reese gets the ball. Caitlin Clark realizes she is about to go up for what seems like a wide open layup. Caitlin Clark runs over and fouls her hard, and Angel Reese falls to the ground.
Caitlin Clark, spotting an easy scoring chance, made a split-second choice to stop Reese from adding 2 easy points to Chicago's total. Clark reached in and made contact with Reese's shoulders and upper body, knocking her to the floor. At first, the refs called it a common foul, something routine in any WNBA game. But then the officials huddled to review the play, and the energy in Gainbridge Fieldhouse instantly shifted. After a lengthy review, the referees upgraded the call to a flagrant foul. The crowd reacted immediately. Booing filled the arena as fans believed their star player was being unfairly targeted. Clark, meanwhile, showed impressive composure. When asked later, she simply said it was a good take, foul with no malicious intent.
Now, basketball 101, if somebody has a wide open layup and you have a foul to give, it is in your best interest to foul that shooter so that they don't get an easy 2 points. And what Caitlin said during an interview with Holly Rowe, she essentially said it was either Angel gets a wide open layup or we send her to the free throw line. It was a basketball play. There was nothing malicious behind it. I just knew I had to foul her hard. And that is exactly what it looked like to me. She went for the ball, she went across her body. Now Angel got tied up in it and she did fall down.
Reese's reaction told a very different story. The instant the call was upgraded, she strode toward Clark with frustration clearly etched on her face. Her body language shouted confrontation, shoulders squared, jaw clenched, eyes locked on Clark. This wasn't just about a foul call. Reese was sending a clear message that she wouldn't be intimidated by the Indiana star.
Angel Reese gets up, Aaliyah Boston shoves her, gives her a little stiffy. Hey, don't come at Caitlin. But look at her, Angel Reese upset. Oh my gosh. Hey man, this was hilarious. Look, Angel Reese was pissed. Look at her, she was still going out there a little bit. Look, took the jersey out. What's going on?
Crew Chief Roy Gabayan later defended the flagrant call in the pool report, saying it wasn't a legitimate basketball play and involved unnecessary contact. But what happened next revealed exactly what kind of team the Fever have become. Aaliyah Boston immediately stepped between Clark and Reese, physically placing herself as a shield to protect her teammate. Boston's intervention earned her a technical foul. Yet that moment made something clear. This Fever team wasn't just Clark's supporting cast. They were a united front, ready to stand together when challenged.
I thought Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were cool. But I don't know, man. The way Angel got up, she was like, Look at her. Ooh. I mean, she was getting after it, fam. Oh my goodness. Now, the funny thing was Caitlin Clark sniffing, walking away. Hold on, let me see if I can get a good angle. Yeah, look. watch Caitlin Clark's face right here. Watch this.
Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky bench exploded at the confrontation, clearly hoping this moment would disrupt Clark's rhythm and shift momentum their way. Players jumped up, coaches clapped, and for a brief instant, their energy surged as they sensed a chance to claw back into the game. What unfolded during those tense seconds revealed everything about both players. Clark stayed composed, refusing to engage in any back and forth. Reese, meanwhile, seemed bent on making a physical and mental statement. One player was locked on the scoreboard, the other on asserting dominance in their personal duel. This attempt to unsettle Clark would turn out to be a disastrous miscalculation by Reese and the Sky. Instead of intimidating the superstar, Reese had unknowingly ignited a fuse that would blow up in her face over the next 15 minutes of play. The confrontation didn't rattle Clark. It unleashed her.
She came away with 20 points, 4 blocks, that's a career high for her, 2 steals, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Like, who are you, Caitlin Clark?
If Angel Reese believed she could intimidate Caitlin Clark, what followed must have felt like a nightmare playing out in real time. The confrontation didn't shake Clark. It turned her into a basketball force the Chicago Sky couldn't counter. Rather than faltering under pressure, Clark raised her game to a whole new level. On the very next possession, after the flagrant foul, she calmly dribbled up the court, signaled for a screen, and sank a three-pointer that sent Gainbridge Fieldhouse into a frenzy. The message was unmistakable: I'm not backing down.
Hey, look. One thing about this Indiana Fever team, you better come correct, man. Because if you try to do anything to anybody, look over your shoulder, man. Look over your shoulder. Because somebody is coming with some get back. They are taking up for each other. Even Stephanie White got hot.
With the crowd now fully fired up and behind her, Clark led the Fever offense with surgical precision. She delivered no-look passes to cutters that seemed impossible. She attacked the lane, drawing defenders before kicking out to open teammates. When defenders backed off, she punished them with step-back threes that had fans leaping from their seats. Her stat line started filling up across the board. Clark wasn't just scoring. She grabbed rebounds over taller opponents, blocked shots at the rim, jumped passing lanes for steals, and set up teammates for easy baskets.
Caitlin Clark is back with revenge and not taking any mess. You understand me? Trip dub Caitlin Clark for the first game. Oh my gosh, a blowout win. Ridiculous.
The roar inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse swelled with every electrifying moment from Clark. Every basket she sank, every steal she snatched, every relentless hustle play sent the crowd into a frenzy, an unstoppable wave of noise and passion. The energy pulsing through the arena built an overwhelming home court fortress that crushed the Sky spirit more and more with every ticking second.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader Outside of rebounding her own missed layups, what does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
Angel Reese just suffered the most humiliating moment of her career in front of a packed house and primetime viewers. She scored a mere 4 points on 2 of 7 shots as the Indiana Fever crushed the Chicago Sky by 27. But here's the kicker. The Fever played without Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, or even their head coach. And the moment that truly shattered Reese's confidence? We'll break it down in this video. Caitlin Clark pulled off a live TV move that completely put Reese in her place.
Well, there's a lot of reaction coming in from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be. But the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago Sky.
You know a player isn't a true draw when tickets to their game drop to the price of a gas station candy bar. This United Center showdown was supposed to be Angel Reese's chance to prove she could pull in crowds and viewers without Caitlin Clark stealing the spotlight. All season, the Chicago Sky pushed the story that Reese was just as much of a box office star as Clark, that fans showed up to watch her shine too.
Angel Reese is now quoted as saying, "I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person." She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. "It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that."
Then reality hit like a freight train. Once Caitlin Clark was ruled out with her quad injury, ticket prices crashed from premium to just $3. $3. You can't even grab a decent coffee for that. Yet, that's what people were willing to pay to watch Angel Reese at the United Center. This wasn't a small dip. Tickets once priced for a marquee WNBA showdown suddenly tanked. The moment Clark's absence was official, the secondary market collapsed. Scalpers couldn't give tickets away, and fans who'd been hyped lost all interest. Now, it's crystal clear. There's only one true star.
Last night was somewhat of a big moment for Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado. For starters, the WNBA moved the game out of the local dump the Bravado usually play in and relocated to the United Center, which is the largest arena in the NBA, holding over 20,000 people. Now, to their credit, there seemed to be a good crowd in the United Center last night. I had someone who was at the game send me a few pictures, and most sections seemed to be filled. It wasn't a sellout, but there was supposedly over 19,000 people in attendance. Of course, it's easier to draw a decent crowd when tickets are selling for $3 hours before the game starts.
Social media told the full story. Fans flooded timelines with screenshots of $3 tickets, peppered with laughing emojis, joking they could take their whole family to the game for less than parking costs. The hype around this United Center showdown deflated faster than a punctured basketball. Let's be real, this was Chicago's big moment to shine. The Sky kept claiming Reese had her own fan base, was must-watch TV, the main draw. But when it came down to it, with Clark missing, the market spoke loud and clear about who fans really wanted to see.
What an outfit Angel Reese was rocking. She put a lot of time, a lot of effort into making sure her ensemble was on point. Are my boots matching my jacket? Are my gloves matching my hat? Angel Reese put in tons of time for this outfit, which begs the question, does Angel Reese put in more time in her outfits for the pre-game catwalk, or does she put in more time to actually get better at the game?
Compare that to past games where Clark's presence packed the arena with sellout crowds. Fans lined up hours early just to catch a glimpse of Clark warming up. The difference couldn't have been more glaring.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it! Life throws her lemons, she makes bricks. Bang! PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man. Bang! I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan? Bang! Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops. What?
Even Chicago Sky fans lost interest without the Clark matchup to hype. The game's energy shifted from electric anticipation to resigned obligation. Fans who planned watch parties suddenly made other Friday night plans. This ticket price disaster was just the start of Angel Reese's worst nightmare unfolding on the biggest stage. Those $3 tickets perfectly foreshadowed the kind of performance Chicago's supposed superstar was about to deliver.
This might have been the first WNBA game broadcast on CBS in prime time. If it's not the first, it's one of very few. This was a big moment. I'm sure the WNBA would call it historic. Angel Reese is playing in an NBA arena in prime time on network television on Saturday night. Outside of regular season baseball, maybe the College World Series, there was no competition on television. The eyes of the sports world were focused on Angel Reese and the WNBA. And Angel Reese once again proved why no one is watching her.
4 points on 2 of 7 shooting in 27 minutes on primetime TV. That's how you ruin your reputation live and loud. The United Center hosted its first ever WNBA game, with CBS clearing prime time and a sold-out crowd filling the NBA's biggest arena expecting fireworks. Instead, they witnessed Angel Reese deliver what analysts labeled a disaster class and a total meltdown on the sport's grandest stage.
Caitlin Clark is averaging more assists per game than Angel Reese is averaging points per game this season. Yeah. 9.3 points per assists per game. 9.3 assists per game. Let me just bring it up. To 9.1 points per game.
Let's break down just how brutal this performance was. Reese scored only 4 points, missing 5 of 7 shots, including 2 cringe-worthy layups that made the crowd groan. One attempt was completely blocked, and the cameras captured every flicker of her visible frustration as the game slipped away. For someone hyped as Chicago's superstar and box office draw, this stat line was downright savage.
Another diabolical stat. She's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Dang! She should work at housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer car or plane?
Car or plane for what?
For how you want to travel!
That's too many steps and you can't do that.
But here's what truly broke the game wide open. Reese. Out there, she looked utterly lost. Every move seemed clouded by doubt. Every decision a step into uncertainty. The weight of the moment crushed her, and Indiana's defense tore through her composure like a storm. The cameras caught it all. The frustrated shakes of her head, the silent disappointment etched on her face as shot after shot rattled off the rim. This wasn't just a bad game. This was a moment of unraveling, and the story was impossible to ignore.